Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Welcome you all after a long time. So let's get started with the prayer. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narotamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet nashta prayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttam shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki. Hare Krishna. So let's continue from our Bhagavatam Canto number 3, and we were on the chapter number 28 and 29, but we will somehow recap what are the questions going between and the conversations going between Devahuti and Lord Kapila. So it was quite big break, I think couple of weeks break, that we didn't touch on the Lord Kapila, but the Lord Kapila, as we know that, and as Devahuti, before he took the birth from her womb, she already knew that the Lord himself coming and taking the birth as my son. So that's one of the best part of any mother or any parents, that when they know that Lord himself is coming to our house. Is this something possible? When I read, when I think most of you, when you read that, is it something possible in our Kali Yuga that we pray that, Lord, can you take birth from in our house, or any of our family member, or my wife or mother or something? Is this something possible? What is the answer from the Prabhupada? Is it something possible? Rajiv Sham Prabhu, I'm looking at you. You are the only video person there.
Interesting. Well, I think in Kali Yuga there is one avatar, right? Like the Kalki avatar is going to come. Now, I don't know if that is the.
Okay, let me rephrase that question. Any possibility that in Kali Yuga the Lord himself will come? You know the answer. Everyone know the answer.
Yeah, so Lord himself has come as Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Mahaprabhu.
Mahaprabhu, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the birth. So Lord can come. How how much I am willing to invite him in our day-to-day life, right? Do you really want him to take the birth, right? But the thing is, can we have an association of him all the time? Yes. Can he take the birth somewhere else, but can I have a darshan of him? Yes, it's possible. So we can get, whenever I read now I think when you read before, right, we will just try to get the knowledge. Oh, knowledge. Now, while reading itself, I'm thinking that Lord is putting so much of efforts. Sometime, like yesterday, Gita Mataji was explaining the direct incarnations or planetary expansions or planetary incarnations. So there are unlimited number of incarnations we already read in our Bhagavatam thing. But when we sincerely invite him, he will come to our house. And so many times we heard that you can make your house Vrindavan. So Vrindavan, when you make your house Vrindavan, means without Krishna, there is no Vrindavan. Right? And in, I think, couple of months back, I said there are 6 type of Vrindavan itself. We will come back. What are the 6 different type of Vrindavans? One of the Vrindavan is our own house out of 6, and one Vrindavan is which we always carry in our heart. So Krishna as a Lord Kapila, that's what he is trying to explain, that Krishna is everywhere in every particles. But now today's lesson from the we will go through the canto number 3, chapter number 29, and let get something, because I don't want to go like bigger thing, because there was a gap, so that we can at least catch up on what we learn from the Lord Kapila and the Devahuti conversation. What are the challenges of the Devahuti? I don't know if you remember, what is the first question she asked? Anyone remember when we started the Lord Kapila conversation? what she was asking.
About detachment, how can I detach from material world?
That was one of her doubt. But the first question was these challenges, this material life, this bhuloka, this our material planet is causing so much of suffering. How I can come out of that suffering? That was she was asking. Did ever we went to the temple and asking, okay, Krishna, tell me I am suffering in this material world, give me some solution? We never asked these kind of questions. We never thought that one. We never think that we are suffering, first of all. We think that we are enjoying. And recently, Bhakti Ashray Maharaj giving the class in the Baltimore also, we heard that one. Now, a few of the topic yesterday, Mataji touched on few things, but we think that we are enjoying this one. And Krishna clearly says that I gave four challenges, four salt. He mentioned that I gave you four salt, which is the Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. I purposely put these four difficulties, four challenges in this material world so that you should not be enjoying this life. You should suffer so that when you suffer, like a Kunti Maharani, then you should remember me and come back to my place. But we think that we are always Jara Vyadi, Mrityu Jara Vyadi, right? We never realize that one, that we think that, okay, we born, we never realize that death will come, which is 100% sure. And this material world, which is the Dukhalayam, which Lord Kapila mentioned this one to Devahuti. Now, the interesting is when you really think that these two personalities sitting and you are sitting at the third person and listening to this conversation. And one is the God, Lord Himself, Supreme. He is giving the explanation to our mother about this material world. That this is Dukhalayam, this is the painful life. We have to get this business done. Prabhupada says our two businesses, two business. What are the two business Prabhupada always mention? Anyone remember?
Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna.
Yeah, this. No, one is use the tongue in the two way. One for chanting and second for prasadam. These are our two business. If you are in this business, engage other people also in the same business. Chant and eat prasadam. That's it. No more here and there questionnaires. If you use this tongue for two business, your life will be successful. Prabhupada mentioned many times. Apart from that one, if we not using this tongue properly, it will drag you to the hell. It will ask you, oh, I need this biryani, I need that thing. So for the taste of all unwanted thing, irrelevant is not prasadam, then what will happen? You are taking all the anarthas, all the sin, then your life will be in the drainage. So Prabhupada says, just utilize one part of your body, that is the tongue. Chant and eat prasadam. If you do this to business, you will be successful. And use this tongue and the mouth to preach others, which we are all doing now, right? So there are many senses, but the Prabhupada says if you stick to these two business, eating and chanting, then your life is successful. The same thing, our other Acharya and Maharaj, they are keep on talking about the tongue itself. Tongue is our Rupa Goswami mentioning, right? We have to control our tongue, mind, tongue, the belly, and the genitals. These all four of them, they are in the straight line. If we control all these things, all this, the four parts, then our life will be successful. But Prabhupada mentioning about the tongue multiple times, because the tongue will drag you to the hellish life, same tongue will take you to the upper planets. Now, coming back to, I'm just catching and the refreshing what we learned in our last couple of chapters so that we can jump into 29. One other thing is when the Devahuti is asking this thing, right? And then Lord Kapila is trying to explain about few of the items, which is for as a human being, it doesn't matter which yuga you born. In the Kali Yuga, in Dwapar Yuga, and Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga. I'm going on the backward fashion. So in this Satya Yuga till that, our human purpose. What is our human purpose is to understand what is our relationship with the Supreme Lord. First, we need to understand very clearly that He is the controller and we are the controlled by Him. But after coming to the Kali Yuga, we become completely opposite. We think that I am the controller and we can control everyone. Completely opposite. Over the each yuga, that's what is happening. So now, understanding the Lord Kapila is now the 29th chapter. Lord Kapila also talking about the Sankhya philosophy, which is somehow is coincident. Yesterday, Mataji was saying, okay, can you read this one? In very simple word, if you say the Sankhya philosophy, which not this Lord Kapila, the another Lord Kapila, he was talking and giving that Sankhya philosophy. And we do have these kind of people. It's look like example is we should know that one so that we can differentiate. If you have a two bowl of milk, one is touched by the snake and one is not touched. By just looking at the eyes, you cannot tell that the which is the poisonous. It's very difficult. So similarly, some of this Mayavadi and this Sankhya thing is so mixed up that it won't take you anywhere. That's why in the simple word, if you want to understand is, they are talking about the same jnana, they are talking about the same sampradayas, they are talking about the same varna ashram, but there is a small slight difference is their own conclusions is in plugged in between, and they are not thinking that our Supreme Lord Krishna is the Supreme. That's where the differentiations happens, and that differentiations will drag you down. It is not going to take you anywhere. So we have to be very careful because of this social media and all the things is going on around our side, right? It's going to cause a lot of problems because sometimes we start believing, look like he speaks so nicely. He talk about so flowery words, so pleasing to our ears. Correct? That happens. We know that why, right? And nowadays, if I talk to yesterday, the one example. Okay, I will modify that example is uh, kids. The one way is all the social media, they are getting some good knowledge. At the same time, they are getting the bad knowledge also. And they are so much trusting that one. All these small reels, shorts, TikTok, and all the things are coming in, right? And now they are getting these details and they believe that whatever is coming there, these are also coming from the same. I can also put now a couple of them there. But people or the students or the young age people, they trust very easily. Whatever is coming there, they treat like as a CNN news. This is 100% right. CNN is also not 100% right all the time. But the kids, the belief system is whenever they heard is maybe the right resource or the not right resource, they think that this person is talking so nicely. And that's how when I deal with our kids also, they were talking, no, daddy, I heard this one. And some of the thing is very good. They take that knowledge, but when they talk, I say, I can clearly tell that one, this is coming from where. So we have to be careful as an adult also as a parents when we are on the social media, when we are watching the lectures, we need to identify that these sources are coming from bona fide spiritual masters. This is the one of the lesson from the Lord Kapila also. He's saying that we have to take the knowledge from bona fide resource. That's why Prabhupada repeatedly says that we have to connect to this parampara and get this knowledge from the right authority, which is tad vidhi pranipatena pariparsnena seveya upadeshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshina. Tattva means the spiritual bona fide master who's already saw the truth. Absolute truth, he already saw that one. That is the Samadarshina person. So we have to reach out to him, submissively ask our questions. And we had this opportunity from last couple of weeks. We come across so many senior acharya or the leader or the god brother people. So we got this information. Now coming back. to the Lord Kapila. So far, Lord Kapila is talking and giving this message to Devahuti. Now, coming to the topic of today, which is who is Bhagyavan? How to come to know that, oh, I am really Bhagyavan. First of all, what is the meaning of Bhagyavan? We say in the Hindi word also, right? North India, husband is saying, "Arey Bhagyavan suno na karke bolta hai na." So, what is the real meaning of who is Bhagyavan? These are two words, Bhagya and the Van. And the anyone
Fortunate.
fortunate person, that's one who is fortunate and who acquire all the opulences. Who is the owner of all the opulences
One.
is the, and that word is coming, Bhagyavan is coming from the Bhagavan. Bhag and the Bhagya is both are related with the reference to the opulences. And who owns all the opulences, that person is called as Bhagyavan. And now, do we have all opulences? So we all are not Bhagyavan. Correct? Aho Bhagya. That's where the word coming from, Aho Bhagya. So Bhagyavan is also coming. One of my point is says, Brahmāṇḍe bhramite kona bhagyavan जीव guru-kṛṣṇa-prasāde pāya bhakti-latā-bīja. Bhagyavan word is there. Entire universe, Brahmāṇḍe bhramite kaun bhagyavan jeev, who is that soul, spirit soul, who found that guru-kṛṣṇa-prasāde pāya bhakti-latā-bīja. So whoever the person who will get the Guru and Krishna prasad, he and who get the bhakti beach, that seed of the spirituality, who get that seed is the Bhagyavan. That is the one place our Acharya is referring to this one. But it still, it didn't give me that one, okay, do I really a Bhagwan? Does it make that, okay, I have Guru, so many people we met, we preached them, they say, oh, my parents have some Guru, I took the Diksha from him, and child also says, oh, this is my Guru. But there is no connectivity, there is no relationship, there is no parampara. So people start thinking after reading this also, oh, I am very fortunate, I am Bhagyavan because in our parampara, in our family, in our big family, there is a one Guru, we know that one. So, so, sorry, so, so the beach, when we, that bhakti-latā-bīja, right? Bhakti-latā-bīja is how to understand what is the bhakti-latā-bīja. Anyone know this word bhakti-latā-bīja is coming from Nectar of Devotion, Rupa Goswami book. He is saying that everyone, all the living entities, especially our human thing, because we have intelligence and capability to take the knowledge, we have that tendency that I can sprout that beach. Beach is there within our everyone's heart. But how I can make sure that the beach will start sprouting as soon I will get the Guru and Krishna Kripa. How is possible? And some of the practical example is, as we know, uh, some of the beach, some of the seed you put there, it will come sprouted overnight also. Do you saw any kind of these seeds? You put tonight and tomorrow you will see the sprouts start coming. And some of the beach, some of the seeds are take 12 years, 15 years to come to the 1 feet level. And next 12 years, it will become like a 40 feet. A sprout will take almost more than 20 years. So taking the example of overnight versus 12 year and 24 years, it will take lot of time. How about us? Is this our seed is sprouted? We are very confident say no Prabhu ji अब तो अपना बीज तो उग गया है, भक्ति आ गया है, सब आ गया है, लगता है, right? But is this will be go up to 12 year and really it will come out after 24 years? Possible, right? And as our Acharya says that everyone has the seed. And Lord Kapila also mentioning that one, we have to progress no matter what. There is no other option. This Dukhalyam, clarify the Devahuti answer is to clarify our problem, to get into the bhakti side, we have to take a Guru and Krishna Kripa. Now coming back to the question, is that having the seed will make us a Bhagyavan? Anyone? I have seed because Rupa Goswami says that everyone has a seed and everyone has that fire spark also. Small fire spark is there. Like in the villages, we have the fire, right? Under the sand, then they will blow air and it will come out. So who will remove that sand and giving that small air? That person is the Guru. Guru will clear our Cheto Darpana Marjanam, clearing our heart and bringing that seed outside so that it will be sprouting. Guru did his business. Guru did his responsibility part. Can I still say that I am Bhagyavan? Yeah, one way. Yeah, I found the Guru and he did it. But is it I am Bhagyavan? Is
If we don't
possible?
apply, if we don't apply,
Yeah, if we don't apply. Now the next says in I think Bhakti Vinoda Thakur or someone in the Bengali says, Krishna kathaye ruchi jara sei Bhagavan, तुम्हारा कृष्ण कथाए रुचि तुम ही भाग्यवान. Agar if we don't have interest in katha, in the Krishna Lila, listening to his all the pastime and the performance, if I'm not having the interest, then I'm not bhagyavan. Guru did his part. Guru bring you to this one. As I always give the example, I drag the horse to the river. Guru did that part, but you have to perform. You have to drink yourself. And that drink will come is, if I'm thirsty, then immediately as soon I will reach to the river, I will start drinking the water. But Guru take you, then you will take 12 years, 24 years, multiple birth time. Then is make like you were fortunate that you have a Guru, you have association, but you didn't took the opportunity. And what is the opportunity is? One very nice in the lecture is saying that getting the human birth is very rare. What is the more rare? Anyone? What is the most rare? Getting the human itself is a rare thing.
getting bhakti.
Getting the bhakti and the association of the bhakt. Because without bhaktas, it's impossible. And we saw many times that people will think, okay, I want to be silent place, I want to be alone, I want to do this one. It's never possible. One of the lecture I was saying that, I think Bhakti Ashram Maharaj ji was saying, you want to be the alone, yeah, alone you practice. If you want alone here, how you will be survive when you go to the Goloka Vrindavan? Because there is so much of devotees everywhere. So without devotee, you cannot progress. And the rare part is, first, getting the human birth after so many birth cycles, so many rotation of 8.4 million, you got this birth, but there are so many people as a human being. Yesterday also I preaching one person outside. He know me from last couple of years. Now, but he is very much in the music, dance, Friday party thing. I said, Prabhuji, whenever your mind will says, I am done with this, please reach out to me. You have my phone number. Somehow he connected, somehow you see me there. And then he say, oh, Prabhuji, we know. I said, I know you. I think I invited him few times. And I said, okay, are you done with all the dance and the party? He said he was not able to say anything. But at the same time, from my side, I said, Prabhuji, whenever you feel you are done with this thing, I gave one example that if you go to the theater, watch some movie for 2 hours, 3 hours, as soon you will come out of the theater, I will say you, Prabhuji, this is the free ticket. Can you go and watch again? You say no. I say, I'm done. It's a bakwas movie, tha right? So you never go inside. Then you are looking for the new movie. So this cycle will keep on going and going. Yesterday in our other lecture, I was giving that this getting this body is like Prabhupada explaining this one example that how our this body we are changing, right? Prabhupada is giving the lecture from chapter number 2, Bhagavad Gita, Shlok 13. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yamunanjara tatha dehantra praptir dhiras tatra namuyate. So what Prabhupada is trying to explain is this body is like an apartment. We got one apartment. First we came to US, we got very small apartment based on our income and everything. And then our income increase, we go to the new apartment, better apartment. There also we are not happy. We are expecting to make a better our own house. We went to that our own house, condo house or single family house, and that apartment we are maintaining. Okay, now I need mansion with a big car and big garage and everything. So similarly, we are changing this body one life after another life. We are getting this apartment, and at the same time we are not able to understand that this apartment is like a jail. This entire cosmic, this manifestations and the creation, to put ourselves in the jail so that we can suffer. In that jail we are trying to get the happiness, which is impossible. It's like a zero chances that I will be happy, because happy is not within us. Happiness is only the small iceberg of that one. Everywhere is the dukhalyam. It's never one day happen that you are not getting. If you, I don't read that many newspaper, but if you anytime you pull, one or other thing is happening. Some bad news is happening. One bad news is already happened yesterday. Something is, they will say this news is in progress. So we are more getting the more bad news there now. Correct. So we are in jail, and each jail we have a small apartment where we are trying to get the happiness. This is what the Lord Kapila is keep on telling, that Devahuti, answer to the Devahuti question is why we are suffering, why I'm having that anxiety. I'm strange to know that why Devahuti is asking these type of questions. Definitely for us, these are all Lila of our Lord Supreme. We are suffering. She knows that one. People will suffer. So now coming back, who is the Bhagyavan? Bhagyavan is the person who has the start having the ruchi, who has interested to listen to the Katha, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Puran, right? Chaitanya Charitamrita book. And there are many Purans and Upanishads. The person start taking the interest into listening to those Katha. And many of the Katha in the Bhagavatam says that if you read this narration of Gajendra Shost, this prayer, Kunti Maharani, then you are qualified to go back to Godhead. Many of these 24 prayers are there. If you listen to these prayers, then you are qualified. So once you start building your interest, then it will be much, much easier that the Krishna will you help, and he will make arrangement so that you will get the right guru, right associations, and the bhakta, that family. Then they will help you, or everyone will help each other, so that you can go back and serve Lord himself in the directly there. This is this is what the Lord Kapila is repeating in his couple of last chapters, that we all should make interest, like at least pretend to make it, right? Keep on, though I'm interested now, I'm interested. Keep on practicing. And as Prabhupada says, our two businesses utilize this tongue for the chanting the Lord name and eating only the prasadam. These are the solutions. And the Lord Kapila is giving this example that we are suffering. We all are suffering. There is no way that you will be happy in this dukhalyam, because it's created to suffering. In that suffering, we should not come back. We should not be trying to enjoy without or away from the Lord Himself. That is today's some of the background. What did we learn in the conversation? What is the time? 10:09. So, uh, now let's go back to some of the shlokas from Lord Kapila from the chapter 29, where he is giving more detail wise what is the importance and purpose of our devotional things, what we can do in our bhakti, how we can generate that interest in our on our tongue that we have to only chant Hari name. So let's read a few shlokas and then we can take some questions if you have it. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. 1 minute. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Let me pull that slide. Chapter number 29 is explanations of devotional service by Lord Kapila. Shlok number 1 and 2 is a one shlok. Devuti inquired, my dear Lord, you have already very scientifically described the symptoms of the total material nature and the characteristics of the spirit according to the Sankhya system of philosophy. Now I shall request you to explain the path of devotional service, which is the ultimate end of all philosophical systems. Shlok number 3. Devahuti continue. My dear Lord, please also describe in detail, both for me and for the people in general, the continual process of birth and death, for by hearing of such calamities, we may become detached from the activities of this material world. Number Shlok 4. People also describe eternal time, which is the representation of your form, and by whose influence people in general engage in the performance of pious activities. My dear Lord, Shlok 5. You are just like the sun. For you eliminate the darkness of the conditional life of the living entities, because their eyes of the knowledge are not open. They are sleeping eternally in that darkness without your shelter. And therefore they are falsely engaged by the action and reaction of their material activity, and they appear to be very fatigued. So, these are the questions, is very general, broad topic, which uh, Lord Kapila is going to answer that one, but Devahuti wants to know this one. You can open my eyes, because nowadays, as Prabhupada also one of his lecture, he mentioned that uh, uh, we think like as a bodily, what we think is we are full-fledged. Like my mind is working, I have enough knowledge, my hands are working, legs is working, everything is working as my desire, as per my instruction, everything is working. But the limitation our body is, if you really think, it has dependency on everything. Let me take one example. Now, with the God grace, with the mercy, we all can see each other. We are on the Zoom, but we can see each other, right? But now, if sun will go away and the light will be switched off, my eyes are still open, but I cannot see you. So my eyes has very much dependency on the light which is provided by Lord Himself. And here Devahuti is asking, you are just like the sun, and for you eliminate the darkness of the conditional life of the living entities. Without his light, our body is, if you think each and everything, knowledge, as the Bhagavad Gita chapter 15 and Shlok 15, I think, Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sunivisto. There also Krishna says that I am the knowledge giver. Without knowledge, you cannot do anything. And here the Devuti asking, because their eyes of knowledge are not open yet, and which is coming from the Lord himself. So if you think our body is just giving like a dummy, without the God mercy, without the Lord and our Guru Kirpa, is nothing will happen. That is our understanding is. We can think of Lord, okay, I have this money, that money, billionaire thing. But he is not going to help you out until we will understand that one, my entire body and life is dependent upon the Lord himself. There is no other way, right? And this, our life darkness will be evaporated or eliminated only by the God himself. We can think of Lord, big, we talk about $1,000,000, here dollar, $1,000,000,000 thing. It's impossible for us. Without him, nothing will possible. He is the cause of all causes. And now, in Prabhupada gave one purport, when the Hiranyakashipu and our Lord Narasimha, the fight was going on, right? So we know that the fight happened and a couple of years or I think month it happens, and then finally the Lord able to kill Hiranyakashipu. After he killed Hiranyakashipu, what will happen? He was so angry. And all the Devi, demigods, Devi, and everyone are asking, pushing, okay, Prahlad Maharaj, you should go and please him. It's very difficult for him. His anger is so much. And but when the Bhakt Prahlad and Prahlad Maharaj, he went and start pleasing by praying him. After prayer, he happy. He was so happy. Then, whenever the Lord will be happy with your activities, what he will offer? What he wants to offer you? Anyone? Immediately what he will offer? Kalyan, Kartik, Krishna Prabhuji. When Lord is happy, what he will offer? I think look like everyone disappeared. Okay. So no, what the Lord will offer to that person?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
God will say, God, then when he's happy, he says, he likes any benediction, whatever you wish for it, I'll give it to you.
Very nice. Yeah. Whenever the Lord will be happy, he will ask, and as a testing also, he will give you the opportunity. Ask me for the benedictions. What wealth you want, what fortunate stuff you want, what you want, I can give you now. Because he was so pleased. And the same offer, Prahlad Maharaj also received that. What kind of, when Narasimha Bhagwan, Lord himself was asking, what kind of opulences you want, ask me, I will give you. What is the response of Prahlad Maharaj? What he gave? Okay, just think that you all are Prahlad Maharaj. Think, think in that way. You all are Prahlad Maharaj. What is your answer is?
Yeah,
When you get
the first thing he was, Prahlad Maharaj asked was the liberation of his father. And then that was the first.
Okay, I got it, Kartika. Your voice is breaking, but I got it. I think liberation of his father. That is the first thing he asked. But yes, but at the same time, when Narasimha Bhagwan asked him, okay, ask me any opulences, Prahlad Maharaj very simple says. He says that my father has all the wealth, all kind of opulences. He was so powerful. Because of his, one of the opulences is the powerful, right? We know that 6 opulences of the Lord is powerful. So he was so strong that entire 3 planet system, all the 3 lokas, including the Devi, Devta, Rakshas, everyone was scared of his father. And he has all kind of opulences in the wealth wise also. My father having so much of opulences, health, wealth, and the power, is still you killed him very so easily. What is the use of having that opulences when the Lord is not happy, and it will give so much of pride. I don't want any opulences. I already saw that my father has so many things, but the end of the life was not pleasing. He was killed by him. So he was only asking, as a bhaktas, is Prabhupada also mentioned few times. Let me read that one of the shloka is, most of the time, the Lord, just to test our devotees also, he is asking, okay, there are 5 kind of liberations. If I am a devotee and Lord came, hopefully Lord will come and ask, okay, what kind of liberation you want? So what kind of liberation? There are 5 liberation. One called as Shalokya, Srashti, Samipya, Sarupya, and Ektavya. So these 5 liberations is provided, as is mentioned in our Goswamis and Acharya book also. One is, our Shalokya says that I want to live in the same planet where the Lord is living. And second opulences is Srashti, is the opulences of the devotees equal to the opulences of the Supreme Lord. I will have the same kind of wealth, same kind of all the qualities, that kind of thing. Samipya is, I want to be always live personal associate of the Lord. And Sarupya is, I will have a same bodily feature of the Lord. But there is very minor difference Prabhupada gave in the purport is, some of the markings, some of the indications, some of the jewels is not going to be the same. You will have a bodily feature same, but it will be not exactly the same. But when Prahlad Maharaj was offered all these liberations and the wealth and thing, he very easily denied by saying that, my Lord, I have seen that my father achieved all kind of material benefit, and even the demigod were afraid of his opulences, but still in a second you have finished his life and all his material prosperities. So now the thing is, what we learn from Prahlad Maharaj, we will learn more in the, I think, canto number 7. But here the Prabhupada is giving as a reference, because the Lord Kapila is also mentioning that the devotees should not be asking any kind of liberation, no matter what. When we go to the temple also, hopefully most of the time, before coming to the bhakti, we always have some kind of challenge. First, we will go to the temple when we are in the problem. We will go there and ask, take our list. Definitely, we are not carrying the list. In our mind, we have, Bhagyavan, why I am suffering now? Why I this happening? Why I need the good marks? I need this money. I need job. I need this. I need I. Without that, nothing. The list is never stop. That is our consciousness that time. Now becoming a devotee is, what we need is to become a bhagyavan, to get an interest only in katha, Krishna katha. That is our real wealth. And utilizing our tongue only for 2 business. If we do these 2 activities sincerely, our life will be successful. This is what the Lord Kapila is also mentioning in the chapter number 29. Our intention is to utilize this human birth. This apartment belongs to Lord himself. After at the time of the death, this apartment I have to leave and get into the next apartment, which is the next body. There is no guarantee that I will get the human form. Until I am in this body, and to make us the Bhagyavan is because we are getting this opportunity to have association of the bhaktas, to devotees, and along with the association of the devotee, we are able to hear this Krishna Katha. That person is the real Bhagyavan. If the person with a lot of opulences, wealth, and this, then they are not Bhagyavan. Before coming to the bhakti, right? हम लोग, when we see some person is coming in the big car, he is so fortunate person that he has Mercedes. When we saw some big car or something, big vehicle, oh बड़ा अमीर आदमी है, तो बहुत ही fortunate किस्मत वाला है. But now after reading this, they are not fortunate. they having those income and the benefit based on their karma. But there is a very short deadline that they will wiped out in few seconds. As the Prahlad Maharaj says, my father has all kind of opulences. And you took away in the second. It's all gone. Because it's part of the creation. Krishna created at the, as I think you have, Rajiv Sham says, the Kalki avatar will come, everything will wiped out. Because is all the illusions Krishna created with all the fancy and everything nice, but we attracted that one. Some people acquire those things. Like if you go back couple of 1,000 years back, there was no America, there was no India. Everything is come under the Bharatvarsh. Everything was managed by Parikshit Maharaj or Bharat Maharaj. So only the one Maharaj. But slowly, as soon the Kali Yuga progress, individual Maharaj, king was start building up. They whoever capture one land, they will become Indraprasth Maharaj, Kandhar Maharaj, this Maharaj. So the Maharaj is expanded based on their strength, and they're acquiring the land and giving the name of their own name. And somehow someone put the find out this America, and they put the border around it. They say now this is our country. So similarly, this body and this land, everything is built of there's 5 tattva, 5 materials: earth, air, water, fire, and ether. So the constitutions of our body and this material world or all other animal is built of all these 5 elements. And that 5 element in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that these 5 elements come out from my energy. If you go in the more deeper, these 5 tattvas and these material things, everything is monitored and managed by Lord himself. But now we are like a foolish people. We start acquiring and says, okay, this is mine. This is also mine. Sometimes we are acquiring someone else's property, cheating other people. With our defect, we start thinking that this belongs to me. That is the problem, is the Lord Kapila also mentioning. But we have to think in the mindset of, I am going to be Bhagyavan only by utilizing my tongue and having and showing the interest in the Krishna Katha. Then our life will be successful. Nothing belongs to us. With that, I want to stop here. Anyone has any questions, or if no question, then I will request Krishna Shanam Prabhuji to add some points. Yes, Prabhuji, anyone has any questions, thoughts, comments?
Nrsimha Bhagwan asked Prahlad, he said, I'm not doing any business with you.
Yeah.
Give and take. So I just want your service. I don't want anything, any opulence and everything.
Right.
Of course, like you said, whatever you get, you cannot take it with you. And whatever you have to lose. You have to leave everything and then go back to Godhead. So while we are here, let's use our tongue, chant and eat prasadam, like you said. Very good, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Bhakti
Krishna,
Mata?
Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, please add.
No, he says, forgive him, father also. His father doing all the bad things and bothering for Prahlad and fighting with God. And so Prahlad asked, forgive my father. First answer is that he says, forgive my father.
Yeah.
That is the same thing. So, yeah, nice lecture, Prabhu. Thank you.
Very nice.
And
yes, Mata. Yes, Prabhu.
same thing like when Narada, he was asked by Supreme Lord, what do you want? Same thing he said, I don't want anything. I just want your service.
Yeah.
Let me be, your servant and serve you. That's what we should have our mood.
Yeah.
We should always be serving the Lord by chanting and eating prasadam, like you said. Two main things.
I completely agree, but we are still in, I'm saying myself, I'm still in that Maya, right? If really or Krishna will come, maybe in the different form and start testing, I don't know if I will be qualified. That time, maybe I'm thinking, oh yeah, anyway, I need the service and I need this also. Right? So our consciousness, I'm saying the cover means my consciousness is still not that pure. I'm still in the progress of like practicing by the association of the devotees, learning from the devotee how powerful their senses are, how they are so controlled. We need to reach to that level. That will possible only when we purify our senses and chant Lord name very attentively and eat only prasadam and listen to all the acharyas. Then I think the purification will come. Hopefully, we are trying, we all are trying, that we should practice and give all the nonsense things what we are acquiring and building up in our heart, right? Lust, anger, greed, jealous, pride, accumulate tendency that I want to be having this or that. We want to clear out. Cheto darpana marjanaba. We have to clear our heart, and so that Krishna will see our bhakti. That is the Krishna consciousness. I don't want to see the God. I want to do the service in this way so that Lord will see me. Oh, he's the best candidate, right? So that's our intention should be. And Prabhupada very clearly, very clearly says that if we don't have that mindset, if we don't change our consciousness, if we don't control our senses, is impossible. But at the same time, he says, what is the difficulties? Just chant and eat prasad, right?
Simple, two simple things.
Simple thing.
And of course, we are on the way, Prabhu. I don't think we'll ever say we have perfected it.
Yeah.
Everybody is progressing actually, So it's a never-ending process. Our whole life, we should be doing that.
Perfect. No. This process is initially look like very easy, then it's become difficult, and sometimes look like easy, but it's up and down. There's all is a Maya is drag you down, and then somehow you have a faith that name of the Lord is more powerful than the Maya. I'm recently I'm hearing multiple times. Krishna's name is more powerful than Maya, and Maya is created by Lord Himself to test it out. So now we are in between the Maya and the Lord. What we should do? So we are like what is that? We are sometimes we are dragging on the left hand side on the Maya, and sometimes we are going on the right hand side toward the Krishna. So we have to make our faith, our devotional service so powerful. That's what the Lord Kapila says. To make that so powerful so that you can easily come across this Dukhalya. Very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thanks for Mataji also sharing something. Rajiv Sham Prabhu, yes.
Yeah, Prabhu, I think this reminds me, like your last comment reminds me of what Janardhan Maharaj said, right? Like in the 9 processes of bhakti, it starts with Shraddha, but there is also Nishtha.
Yeah.
If you look at their translation, both of them are faith, but one is firm, the other one is still dilly-dally, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I'm still in that trying to figure out if my Shraddha is still there.
Shraddha Sadhu
So,
Sang. Because Shraddha will, these are cascade effect. Most of the lecture, they will say, if you do one thing, automatically 8 will follow. But I am thinking that Shraddha, with small Shraddha, associate with now, Shraddha Sadhu Sang. Keep progressing. Have many sadhu sang, then your Shraddha will be more stronger. Initially, you have only 10%. But once you associate with the Shraddha sadhu sang, bhajane kriya then that 10% will become 80%. Now 80% Shraddha will become 90%. Shraddha sadhu sang, bhajane kriya, anartha nivriti. Now you are detaching from all the anarthas. That's how slowly the cascade effect. But I was thinking the sadhu sang is the one, like a corpse is sitting next to you when you are driving. You never ever cross 40 miles. If it's a 40 miles per that range, you are driving 35. You will be so controlled. That is the power of sadhu sang. Very nice. Good point, Prabhu. Yeah. Kalyan, you have anything to add?
No.
Okay.
Krishna.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Vancha kalpatarubhasya cha kripa sindhu bhavacha patitanam pavinebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.